The galaxy was filled with powerful alien races. For centuries, humans had been looked down upon as a weak, outdated species. Earth, once the heart of humanity, was lost long ago. The other races saw humans as nothing more than a fading memory. Humanity's technological advancements were considered primitive compared to the aliens who dominated the galaxy. But on the edge of known space, a discovery was about to change everything. A massive ship, unlike anything seen before, was drifting through the stars. The Titan was a colossal, ancient warship. Its size alone was enough to make the strongest alien empires pause. The ship's weaponry and systems were unlike any other, and its potential power was undeniable. However, there was one problem: nobody could start it. No matter how advanced their technology, no alien species had the ability to fix it. The Galactic Council, made up of the most powerful alien races, declared the ship useless. They assumed it was nothing more than a relic of an ancient, forgotten civilization. They left the Titan to float through the emptiness of space, a monument to a time long past. But then, the Council received an unexpected message. Captain Rachel Hayes, a human engineer from what was left of Earth, had been selected for a task few believed possible. She had no special powers or advanced alien knowledge. What she did have, however, was an understanding of engineering, ingenuity, and creativity that was uniquely human. Rachel had heard of the Titan. She knew the legends of its power. While the Council saw the ship as a useless relic, she saw something else: a challenge. Something deep within her made her believe that the ship wasn't beyond repair. It was a matter of thinking outside the box, of finding the key that others had missed. Upon boarding the Titan, Rachel was immediately struck by the sight of it. The ship was a masterpiece of design, its exterior lined with strange alien patterns. It looked almost alive, as if it was waiting for someone to awaken it. She quickly began to study its systems, her mind racing with possibilities. The alien engineers had tried everything: sophisticated tools, complex algorithms, and every piece of advanced technology they had at their disposal. But Rachel knew one thing: the ship's design was based on principles that she recognized from Earth's early space exploration. The systems, though advanced, followed patterns that were somehow familiar. She wasn't afraid. She was excited. Using only the basic tools available to her, Rachel began to work. The ship's engines were old, but they still held great potential. As she started connecting wires, aligning circuits, and manually calibrating the systems, the hum of the Titan's engines slowly began to change. A low, deep growl filled the air, and a burst of light shot through the ship's interior. For the first time in centuries, the Titan roared to life. The ship's once dormant weapon systems activated, and its engines powered up. The Council members watching from their distant stations were stunned. They had dismissed humans as weak, outdated, and incapable of understanding advanced alien technology. They had made a mistake. Captain Hayes had done what they thought was impossible. She had unlocked the Titan's power. The ship, once thought to be a useless relic, was now the most formidable force in the galaxy. The news spread quickly. The human engineer, using nothing but Earth's old technology and pure ingenuity, had done what no alien could. The Titan was now a weapon, and humanity had control of it. The balance of power in the galaxy had shifted. The Council, shocked and fearful of what humans could now do with this newfound power, immediately began to reconsider their stance on humanity. The universe was suddenly looking at Earth in a new light. Humans, who had once been considered weak and insignificant, had proved that they were not only capable of surviving but thriving in a galaxy filled with powerful forces. The Titan wasn't just a ship. It was a symbol of human resilience. It showed that even in the face of overwhelming odds, humans could find a way to rise. Using creativity, determination, and a belief that there was always a solution, humans had turned a forgotten relic into the greatest weapon in the galaxy. Captain Rachel Hayes became a legend. The story of how a human engineer, armed with only the basics, had brought the Titan back to life spread far and wide. The other species in the galaxy, once dismissive of humanity, were forced to rethink their assumptions. Humans had just proven that they were far more capable than anyone had imagined. The galaxy was changing, and humanity was no longer at the bottom. They had shown that, with the right combination of willpower and intelligence, they could achieve things that others thought impossible. The Titan was only the beginning. The galaxy was in chaos. Across the stars, humanity's once proud civilizations had been reduced to dust by the Varkon, a ruthless, technologically superior alien race. Earth, the cradle of humankind, was nothing more than a distant memory. It had been ravaged long ago, its cities reduced to ruins and its people scattered across the galaxy. Only a few pockets of human resistance remained, fighting for their very survival against the overwhelming might of the Varkon. The Varkon had never seen humanity as a serious threat. They considered humans primitive, their technology outdated and incapable of standing against their warships and advanced weaponry. The last remaining human fleet was small and severely outgunned. Every day, humanity's chances of survival grew slimmer. But as the Varkon prepared for their final push to eradicate the last remnants of humanity, an unexpected discovery was made, one that would change the course of the war. Deep in the wreckage of Earth, buried beneath the ruins of once great cities, a relic of humanity's past was found. The Eagle, an ancient warship that had once been part of Earth's fleet, was discovered. It was massive, its hull cracked and broken, and its systems long dormant. The ship had been abandoned for centuries, its purpose forgotten in the face of overwhelming alien forces. The Varkon, having encountered only remnants of humanity's technology, dismissed the Eagle as nothing more than an old, outdated warship. To them, it was a relic of an era long gone. They believed it was nothing more than scrap metal, no more dangerous than any other piece of humanity's forgotten past. They laughed at the thought of humans being able to repair it and never considered it a real threat. The Varkon saw no reason to destroy it, convinced it was of no use. But they were wrong. Lieutenant Jason Cole, one of the last surviving human soldiers, was given the seemingly impossible task of fixing the Eagle. He had no illusions about the challenge before him. The ship was ancient, its systems were beyond repair, its engines frozen in time. Still, he knew that humanity's survival depended on this ship. His hope, though fragile, was anchored in his belief that there was always a way, even in the most dire of circumstances. Jason had no advanced alien tools, no sophisticated technology. He had only his knowledge of human engineering, skills learned during a lifetime of service. And most importantly, he had his resolve. His people were counting on him. He would not fail them. As Jason examined the ship, it seemed like an impossible task. The Eagle was massive, its corridors twisted and shattered, and its systems had been long silent. But Jason was determined. He took his tools simple, by galactic standards, and began his work. He started with the engines, carefully studying every broken wire, every fractured circuit. Slowly, methodically, he restored each part, using nothing but basic tools and his own expertise. It wasn't easy, but Jason knew that if anyone could make this ship work, it was him. Days passed. Weeks. But finally, after what seemed like an eternity, the unthinkable happened. The Eagle's engines hummed to life, the ship's systems flickering on by one. Jason felt the surge of power course through the vessel, and with a single push of a button, the ship roared to life. Its weapon systems powered up, and the ship's shields flickered into existence. The Eagle wasn't just a piece of history. It was humanity's last hope. The Varkon, who had underestimated the power of this ancient ship, were caught completely off guard. They had never imagined that humanity could bring such a vessel back to life. The Eagle was no longer a relic, it was a weapon, and it was in human hands. Jason piloted the ship into battle, its engines roaring as it surged forward to meet the Varkon forces. The Varkon fleet was taken by surprise, unable to respond to the sudden onslaught of firepower from a ship they had thought to be powerless. The Eagle tore through the Varkon lines, its weapons obliterating enemy ships one by one. Jason's strategic thinking and human ingenuity gave him the upper hand. Where the Varkon had relied on their advanced technology, they had forgotten one key thing humans had: a drive, a will to survive, and an ability to think outside the box. This warship, thought to be a useless relic, was now the weapon that would turn the tide of the war. With the Eagle at their side, the remaining human resistance rallied. The Varkon, who had been on the brink of wiping humanity out for good, now found themselves on the defensive. The battle had changed, and for the first time in years, hope burned brightly among the human survivors. The Eagles' victory wasn't just a turning point in the war. It was a testament to human resilience, ingenuity, and the belief that even in the darkest times, a single person could make a difference. Lieutenant Jason Cole had done what the galaxy thought impossible. He had brought humanity's last hope back to life, and with it, he had shown that humans were not so easily defeated. The war was far from over, but now humanity had a fighting chance. And with the Eagle leading the charge, the Varkon would soon learn the hard way. Underestimating humans was a mistake they would never make again. The forgotten weapon in the vastness of the galaxy, where countless alien empires fought for dominance, humanity had long been considered weak and insignificant. The Karnax, a ruthless alien empire, had conquered Earth centuries ago, scattering its people across the galaxy. Earth itself had been left in ruins, a forgotten world that no longer held any value in the eyes of the galaxy's most powerful races. To the Karnax, humans were nothing more than a memory, a species too primitive to ever rise again. Life for the surviving humans was harsh. They lived in hiding, constantly on the run, fearing the might of the Karnax. Most of the surviving humans had lost all hope. They had nothing left to fight with, no home to return to. Yet, deep in the forgotten corners of the galaxy, a relic of the past lay dormant, waiting to be awakened. The Atlas, an ancient human warship, had been discovered inside the remains of a dead planet, far from any civilized star system. The Karnax, who had long since dismissed human technology as outdated and irrelevant, saw no need to investigate the derelict ship. To them, it was just another relic of a weak species that had long since been crushed. They left it alone, believing it posed no threat. However, the Karnax underestimated one crucial thing: the power of human ingenuity. Sergeant Emma Wells, a skilled engineer and one of the last of Earth's defenders, was assigned to a small team of survivors to investigate the ship. They had no advanced alien technology to rely on. They only had their basic tools, their resourcefulness, and their unbreakable spirit. Emma, despite the daunting task ahead, was determined. She knew that if they could fix the Atlas, it could be the key to humanity's survival and a symbol of their defiance against the Karnax. The Atlas was in a state of complete disrepair. Its hull was cracked, its systems were offline, and its weapons were silent. Emma and her team spent days going through the ship, examining its mechanisms and finding ways to restore its ancient technology. The ship's design was based on old Earth technology, systems that had been long forgotten by the rest of the galaxy. But to Emma, this was an advantage. She knew Earth's systems better than anyone, and she was ready to bring the Atlas back to life. Days turned into weeks, and Emma worked tirelessly. She repaired the ship's power core, reconnected its communication systems, and patched up its weapons array. It was slow, exhausting work, but with every step, she grew more confident that they could make this ship a force to be reckoned with. The Karnax had no idea what they were about to face. Finally, after what felt like an eternity, the Atlas powered up. Its engines hummed to life, and the ship's weapon systems came online. The Atlas was no longer a forgotten relic. It was a warship, and it was stronger than anything the Karnax had ever encountered. The moment the ship came to life, Emma felt a surge of hope. The Atlas was the last of its kind, a testament to humanity's forgotten strength. With its weapons at her command, Emma now had the power to fight back. She immediately sent a signal to the remaining human factions, calling them to arms. The humans were no longer helpless. They had the Atlas, and with it, they could begin reclaiming their lost territories. The Atlas's first battle was against a Karnax scout ship that had wandered too close to their position. Emma was quick to order an attack. The Atlas's weapons were devastating, and within moments, the scout ship was destroyed. The Karnax fleet had no idea that a single, forgotten warship could wreak so much havoc. But that was just the beginning. With the Atlas now active, Emma and the human resistance were able to launch a full-scale assault against the Karnax forces. The Atlas became the symbol of humanity's return, its weapons tearing through the Karnax's advanced fleet. It wasn't just about the firepower, it was about the message. The Karnaks had thought they had wiped out humanity, but they were wrong. Humans were not weak. They had survived, and now they were fighting back. The Atlas and its crew fought through wave after wave of enemy ships, each victory bringing humanity one step closer to reclaiming their lost world. The Karnaks, who dismissed the Atlas as a worthless relic, now realized their mistake. They had underestimated humans, and they would pay the price for IT.IN time. The Atlas became more than just a ship. It became a symbol of humanity's resilience, a reminder that even in the darkest of times, the power of forgotten history could be the key to victory. The Karnaks had thought that the humans were defeated. They had thought that their victory was assured. But with the Atlas, humanity proved that they would never be forgotten, never be defeated. They were the masters of their own fate,